You ever hear a line that just stops you in your tracks? One that completely flips the energy of a room? Well, today, we're going to break down a short but really potent Hindi speech that does exactly that. We're going to look at how the speaker uses language to build an argument that isn't just meant to be heard, but really to be felt.
Right there, that's the line. This is the emotional core of the whole speech. It's a gut punch, right? It's designed to take a big abstract debate and make it feel intensely personal, almost like an attack. So let's unpack the strategy that leads up to this incredibly powerful moment.
Okay, so how does the speaker even set the stage for a line like that? Well, it all starts with the framing. See, this isn't just some random speech. It's positioned as a poet's passionate, fiery response to a direct challenge.
And that is such a clever move. By framing it as a rebuttal, the speaker creates drama right from the get-go. This isn't a lecture anymore. Nope, it's a battle of ideas. And suddenly, you're leaning in, wanting to see what happens next.
Next up, the speaker does something pretty brilliant. Before going on the offensive, he builds a kind of bridge to his audience. He works to establish this shared identity, this feeling of, hey, we're all in this together. It's a classic rhetorical move to build trust.
You see how effective these opening lines are? The speaker isn't just stating his own opinion. He's quoting a poet, elevating India to this sacred, special status. This creates an instant bond, a sense of shared pride. It's almost like he's saying, we all get it, right? We're part of something unique here.
So, once that shared foundation is in place, that's when he draws a very sharp line in the sand. He creates this powerful us versus them dynamic. And he does it by dipping into a very deep, very old mythological well.
And boom, this is a masterstroke. He doesn't just argue with the idea, he completely demonizes the people who hold that idea. He links them to the ultimate villain of the story. It's a powerful shortcut that just flies right past logic and hits you with pure, unadulterated emotion.
And just for context, Ravana is the main antagonist, the big bad in the Ramayana epic. So making this comparison, wow, it's a knockout punch. It immediately paints the opposition as being on the side of evil within this whole cultural narrative.
So the emotional stage is set. Now the speaker shifts gears. He moves to what feels like the logical core of his argument. And this is where he uses a very specific kind of reasoning to make his case feel absolutely undeniable.
His whole argument really hinges on this idea of duality. He's tapping into something we all instinctively understand. You can't have light without dark, good without evil. He uses this pattern to make his final point seem like just plain common sense.
He kicks it off with a really powerful one. If you accept that virtue is real, then you have to accept that sin is real too. You can kind of see how he's building this logical pathway, almost like a trap, for anyone who might want to disagree with him later.
And then he just hammers it home with another one. A boon can't exist without a curse. See that repetition? It's relentless, and it makes his logic feel absolutely airtight. He's leading the audience down a very specific path, one step at a time.
Okay, so he's built this cultural foundation, he's built this logical foundation, but what's the final piece of the puzzle? Well, now we get to the real heart of the speech, the raw, unfiltered appeal to emotion.
This is it. This is the emotional climax, the exact moment the speaker has been building up to this whole time. And it brings us right back to that unforgettable line we started with.
And here's where it all becomes incredibly personal. The speaker is equating this huge historical, theological debate with something as intimate and insulting as someone telling you your own father never existed. It's a deeply offensive comparison, and it's designed to make you feel it.
With that one move, the argument isn't about facts or history anymore. Now, it's about your identity, your family, your honor. It's a direct shot to the heart that's meant to bypass all of your logical defenses.
So, let's put it all together. How does this one short speech pack such a massive punch? It all comes down to a masterful blend of belief, what feels like logic, and just raw, powerful emotion.
What we've really just seen is a masterclass in rhetoric. First, he connects with the audience, establishing these shared values. That's the ethos. Then he uses that simple but super effective logic of duality to make his argument seem foolproof. That's the logos. And then finally, he delivers the emotional knockout blow with that father analogy, and that is pure pathos. It's a 1-2-3 combo that is really, really hard to argue with.
So why does any of this matter? Well, because these techniques, they're used absolutely everywhere, from political speeches to advertising. And understanding how they work is the first step to becoming a more critical thinker.
It's about being able to see past the powerful language to really get to the heart of what's being argued.
You know, a speech like this is a potent reminder of just how easily our faith, our identity, and our emotions can get tangled up. And it leaves us with a really critical question for our time. In a world full of passionate beliefs and contested histories, how do we even begin to find common ground? Something to think about.